What's going on, guys? Welcome to the third episode of the Tit for Tat podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm with my co hosts, Latif and Max. Y'all say what's up.
What's up, guys?
Yo, what's up?
Before we get into our topics today, I just want to say thank you to our viewers. Thank you for showing all the support and reposting our TikToks, going to our Instagram, giving us a follow, liking our content on Instagram, liking our content on TikTok, and then taking it to YouTube, just watching our stuff. Even if the watch time has been a little bit low, the likes and the views in general is just going to help us blow up. So I just want to say thank y'all for that. But just hopping into the topics for today, we're going to be talking about the college football playoffs, NBA trade deadline, and we're going to get into a few topics about the NFL. So y'all ready?
Let's get into it.
Alrighty. So first, I wanted to talk about the college football playoffs. So, what do you guys predict when it's the TCU versus Georgia?
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna be an interesting matchup. First of all, I just wanna you gotta give props to TCU, bro. Like before the season started, they were 200 to 1 odds to even make it to college football playoff or the championship in general. And so they're the first Big 12 team to even make it to the championship game. And so they're heavy underdogs, almost two touchdown underdogs to Georgia. And it's just warranted. Last year Georgia had 15 players drafted, and it's about to be the same this year. Like they're loaded on offense, they're loaded on defense, and so it's going to be very hard for TCU to even stay in this game. But one thing I noticed is like TCU's defense is it's not that good. Like they have a couple corners that might be getting drafted this year, but they can't stop the run at all. Like they give up around 150 yards per game, which is like ranked like 70 in the nation. And then Georgia is very good running the ball. They're 16th in the nation. So I think the keys for TCU for them to get a win is they have to make Stetson Bennett make tough throws, because I don't feel like he can do that consistently. I feel like he's more of a game manager. A lot of his throws are schemed open and is wide open, and so I just feel like if they can win the battle on the offensive line and the defense line, TCU can stay in this game. And I gotta say they're a resilient team as well. So they no one thought they were gonna beat Michigan, and then they just whooped them. So they also have to get like situational turnovers. If they can win the turnover battle, it'll go a long way for them to win this game.
yeah. Piggybacking off what Latif said. That was probably the best college football semifinals games, like as a combined two. Normally, there's one blowout, one close game. Those two games were phenomenal. Very close throughout the entire thing. Super fun to watch. Um, yeah, no, TCU got to give them their props. Almost blew a lead there at the end. Luckily, they didn't. But no, they played their hearts out. Ohio State, I thought, won that game. Obviously, the score says otherwise, but Ohio State, I thought, outplayed Georgia. Unfortunate, the dude absolutely. Oh, that was a terrible kick, but
It
unfortunate.
was just Marvin Harrison going out too. Like that just
So that's
he was killing too
so that's
before he
why.
went out.
So that's I mean, Marvin Har- Marvin Harrison is a great receiver. Uh, Quentin Johnston, though, I think is a great receiver as well. So I would be more than interested to see the cornerback and receiver matchup in the championship with Keely Ringo and Quentin Johnston. Keely Ringo was kind of getting killed against Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison had a crazy game, and that was the matchup the entire game. What's up?
I mean, I don't know if he was on him like man to man coverage though the whole entire game. I mean, Marvin Harrison was eating, but
You
like
thought they were playing
I don't
zones,
know
or you
if
thought he got switched off? Because I think
I think they were playing zone.
there was two
I
or
think they
three
were playing
plays I
zone. He
could
was
think of.
killing.
There's two or three plays I can think of that I know he got killed, but regardless, I'm pretty sure that whatever. I think Marvin Harrison got the best of him, and I think Quentin Johnston, Keely Ringo, that'll be the match to watch out for. But if TCU wants to win, you keep the ball in Max Duggan's hands, however that is, running the football, passing the football. Regardless, just you need the ball in his hands. If TCU can get stops, I think they can win the game. I think simply their offense will score. Georgia's got a great defense, but I think TCU's offense is good enough to.
Number one ranked defense, number one ranked defense, and TCU's offense is good, but it's like a lot of their plays this year has been off like explosive plays from Quentin Johnson and the other receivers they have. They have a very good receiver room, but I think like bro, Georgia has the number one defense in the country. Like I think they're gonna be able to limit them. I think they're gonna be able to. I think they're gonna be able to win the
Yeah,
uh, the defense line. Like Jalen Carter, they have
you're saying like
bro. They just
the
they're
battle line of
they're
scrimmage.
stronger. They're stronger. They're more athletic. They're more talented. So it's gonna be very very hard for TCU to even make this a close game.
I don't know. With how TCU plays football, they're fast. They're able to get players off. They're just a very fast team. I don't know if Jalen Carter looked tired in the college football playoff. He was a little tired. Their D line was tired when they started picking up the pace. So if TCU can keep up the tempo,
Ohio State.
I'm just saying if TCU can keep up the tempo, can keep up the pace, they are going to put themselves in a position to win. Do I still think they're going to win? No, I think Georgia will walk away with this one. That's fine. But I think overall TCU has been doubted all year. We're bound, right? Everyone's they're bound to lose a game. They're not going to be undefeated forever. They've fought everybody off. They lost to K-State in the Big 12 championship. Got punched in the mouth. Came back, punched Michigan in the mouth. And I mean, I don't think any of us thought TCU was going to be in this championship game. They're here. They deserve to be here. So I will be beyond excited. I want TCU to win. I think. What you got? You got Georgia by how much? I got Georgia by
10 for sure.
Okay, I was gonna say Georgia.
10,
I was say Georgia by 9, but
I don't think they're gonna cover it because I just feel like TCU is.
What spread again? You said 14.
They're gonna. I think it's 13. I think it's 13. I think they put it right at 13. But before we even get into that, I wanted to ask you so Kirby Smart, if he wins this national championship, this would be his second, and he almost beat Nick Saban, and he almost beat Nick Saban that year that Tua came in and clutched it for Alabama. So I don't know. I think Kirby Smart is putting himself in that second best coach in college football conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
Dabo Swinney.
Yeah,
so
I don't think.
What do you think this championship would do for his legacy? And then do you think the dynasty of Alabama is teetering over to Georgia as an SEC power?
No, I think so. It's been a while since the team's repeated. Obviously, right? We haven't had a repeat champion in a while. So obviously, if Georgia can do that, just adds to the magnitude of how good these Georgia teams are, and Kirby Smart himself. I don't know. They only beat Alabama one time, correct? They only beat them in the national championship last year because they lost in the SEC championship last year, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, Alabama's got 6 titles, I think, right? 6 titles past 10 years. No, not 10 years. Sorry, 6 titles past 15.
Yeah, some of them was a BCS though, before college football.
Yeah, I'm kind of talking whatever, 2010s. I don't know. I think Georgia if they get their second, I think Kirby Smart. I don't think there's any competition to second place. I think it's Dabo and Kirby. Right now, I'd say Kirby. For the future, I'd probably say Kirby as well because I feel like Georgia is always in that top conversation. They're top 10, top 5. Clemson's had some years where they kind of fall out. They lose some games they're not supposed to lose. They fall out of the top 25 every once in a while. Georgia's been consistent.
They just haven't had good. They haven't had good quarterback play. I don't know his name. DJ Ugalugli. He's terrible.
Not good. I don't think he's terrible. Hey, DJ in the transfer portal. Watch out for DJ in the transfer portal. I think DJ will go somewhere.
He's going to Oregon State. He already committed. He's going to Oregon State.
That's confirmed?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up. I'm pretty sure he's going to Oregon State though.
I don't know because DJ. I think if DJ goes to the right program, it could be decent. If obviously goes to some bad program or whatever. But no, I think he definitely gets a little overhated. But that's what happens. I think
when you had a big school like that on that big stage, you got to perform, bro.
I agree.
And bro, he followed Trevor Lawrence, one of the greatest prospects.
That's what I'm saying. That's tough shoes to fill. So watch Cade Klubnik.
But you got to do it though.
Watch Cade Klubnik next year. If Cade Klubnik can do it, cool. If he can't, I think DJ is okay. Why are we all getting mad at DJ if Cade can't do the same thing? Where's he going? I know he was rumored to go to Oregon because his brother committed to Oregon. But I don't think he's going there.
He's going to Oregon State. Oregon got Bo Nix. They're not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it made no sense. So, I'll be interested. I think if Kirby Smart wins this, he's second. I think if Kirby loses this, I think he's still second in coaching right now. I think it's Saban and Alabama, unless if Georgia starts beating them on a normal basis, SEC championships and college football championships, I'll give him a year or two. Right? If he could,
I don't know. They might beat them again next year because I don't feel
that's what I'm saying. But Alabama, that was a given. Before last year, it was a given. No matter what Georgia did, they would never get Alabama in the game that mattered. Right? If they played in the SEC championship, let's say they played in the SEC championship and then played in the college football playoff. Even if Georgia might have won that SEC championship, they were not winning in the college football playoff. Whenever they met for the last time, I think Georgia won one SEC championship, 2 SEC championships. Like Alabama, their reign on college football has been insane. Alabama's just been dominant forever. So I think Georgia needs a couple more. I don't know how many, but I'm saying like one. If they can do a three-peat, cool. I'll put them in conversation. But I would say
At that point, that'd be a dynasty.
I
Then
agree.
next, like
I
you
agree.
gotta,
I agree. And a college football dynasty is tough to do with players in and out.
yeah, for
Because
sure.
I don't like Georgia. Like I've never liked them as a fan. But with how many with how many not seniors, with how many people went to the draft last year and how they've been able to rebuild their defense to the number one overall defense in the country, like you got nothing but props for that. Kirby Smart's, you know what I mean? He's put together a great unit. Like just attest to his coaching. So yeah, I think if they win it, you put them in the conversation. But I don't think it puts them over Alabama.
Okay, so TCU first Big 12 team in the college football playoff. They're a Power 5 team, but like,
Not college football playoff, college football championship, right? Because
yeah, that's what I meant.
Oklahoma makes it.
Right. So next year or in the next couple of years, they're going to be expanding it to 12 teams instead of 4. Do you think they should have kept it at 4, or it's good for them to expand it to 12? Because I think with them expanding it to 12, it allows for a lot of other teams that's like in outside conferences to get a chance to maybe make a run, a Cinderella run. So you think that's better for college football or worse?
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, like, I enjoy it from a fan who's like, I mean, I love March Madness, right? Like, March Madness truly like anybody can win, right? Obviously, it's not likely, but anybody can win. Like, you give everyone a chance. I think with a 12-team playoff, I think you're just feeding into an SEC dynasty more and more and more. Because I think whatever you want to, like, regardless of what you guys want to say, like, the SEC runs college football, right? We see it every year.
For sure.
They play against ACC, Big 12, Big 10 teams, and they kill everybody. So I think the 12-team format, like, if there's a 12-team format this year, I bet you Alabama would be playing Georgia in the national championship. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's cool to put other teams in there. Like, I think I'm a believer
No,
in.
because look,
What?
Max, when Alabama smacked Kansas State, bro, I was like, dang, they got snubbed, bro. They got snubbed. I really wanted to see them because I feel like they could
I
have
agree.
got the championship again.
I
It's Alabama, it's Bryce Young, and I know we probably talking about Bryce Young a lot in this show.
All right, so we're going to be pivoting into a new topic. We're going to start talking about NBA trade deadlines. Right now, I'm just going to give my co-host some time to talk about teams that either should be buying or selling. So, I'm going to start with Latif since he's on the top of my screen here. So, Latif, who do you believe should be who do you think the Kings should be, buyers or sellers? And please keep this explanation short. We know how you are. We know how you get. So,
Bro, let me just get into it. So Kings, I don't know, bro. They're in a weird position because they're a good team. Like they're making a playoff push in the West and a very hard West. But I just think they're like a couple pieces away from actually being a contender. I don't know how far you can get with De'Aaron Fox. Like I don't know if I'm wrong, but De'Aaron Fox is bonus. How far does that take you? They have a very good offense. They have I believe they're top 5 in scoring in the NBA, but their defense is terrible. So they could probably add some defense, but I think a piece they can get is like Kyle Kuzma. I know he doesn't play very good defense, but he's another scorer. Washington has to be sellers, so they're going nowhere. They're dead in the water. So I think if the Kings add a piece like Kyle Kuzma, it can boost their team. It doesn't do much for them defensively, but he's been a nice piece to add, a nice scorer to add to the team.
yeah, for sure. I believe if you do add Kyle Kuzma, that will be a scoring lift. But the Kings do need more defense, and like you said, I don't see how adding Kyle Kuzma would help defensively. So I'm gonna mark that take off. But Max,
Bro, who do you want them to get? Like, who are they
See,
supposed to be
okay,
I would
getting?
say
okay.
like Josh Richardson or something, like a defensive wing, a defensive minded wing, a 3-and-D wing. I wouldn't say Kyle Kuzma.
And that's the problem with Josh Richardson. He's really not 3-and-D. He can't shoot like that. Like he's really not 3-and-D. He's just D.
I'll give you that.
Pause.
Pause. Yes, that was
Pause.
crazy.
Pause.
I'll give you that. I believe that he is very inconsistent, but I don't know. The Kings really do need defense. I don't think they need scoring from Kyle Kuzma, to be honest. But anyways, Max, what do you think?
Yeah, that's my thing. I mean, they're obviously buyers, in my opinion. You're not going to sell De'Aaron Fox. You're not going to sell Domantas Sabonis right now. They're sitting 5th in the West. Like, I mean, they keep lighting the beam. So, I mean, something's got to be working. There's not many, I feel like, defensive pieces out in the trade market right now. I think in a perfect world, they get a defensive big. So do you go out for like a Miles Turner kind of player? Can
Yeah,
shoot a little bit,
that's a
can
good
Yeah,
play
one.
defense. Um, for me personally, I would be very interested if they did go for another superstar. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. But the idea of like Bradley Beal going to that team, I don't know if they'd be good or bad. I would be
Bradley Beal is not a
super.
superstar.
That's a whole different conversation. We're not gonna
First,
get
no,
into,
Brad
bro.
Beal is. I ain't gonna lie. He all right,
I guess it
but
depends
Bradley
on
Beal
what
is
you
not a
say.
superstar.
Superstar, sorry. Regardless, Bradley Beal is a bucket. Great. He's an all-star. Not this year, but he's an all-star caliber player. He's a star in this league. Cool, man. So we're not talking about Zion, so you can't get excited. So that's all cool. No, I'd be beyond
Yeah.
interested to see what they. I wouldn't. I don't think that. Yes, I agree they need defense. I don't think they would actually trade for Bradley Beal or a Zach Lavine type player, but they've been rumored in trade talks with them. They're obviously trying to get this pot stirred a little bit. But no, I think probably a defensive big like Miles Turner take off the defensive liability from Devonta Sabonis. I think would be interesting.
Already, moving into the next team. Kind of want to talk about the Jazz, currently sitting 10th in the Western Conference with a record of 20-21. Lauri Markkanen has had a magical season. I don't know where this came from, seeing him on the Bulls. I kind of wish this happened earlier. Even though I'm not a Bulls fan, but I'm from, the area. But anywho, do you think the Jazz should be buyers or sellers?
I'll take this one first. They should be sellers. They're not buyers. Sell, honestly, capitalize on marketing. Doesn't matter what he could be. Capitalize on marketing. Tank for Wembayama. They have no other pieces. I love Colin Sexton, but I'm not gonna lie. Like the Jazz should not be buyers. You should capitalize on marketing's all-star value. Trade him to a team like try and see if you can do a swap with Atlanta. Try and grab John Collins and some picks. Send Laurie Marketing out to Atlanta. What Latif? What
John
Latif?
Collins, bro.
What Latif?
John
John
Collins
Collins.
has
How is John?
John Collins has regressed like crazy. I
If
don't
you,
know
I
if this.
said John Collins and
Yeah.
picks. If I can get picks for Laurie Marketing, I'm not gonna lie. What is Laurie Marketing's trade value?
Wait.
I don't think
I
that
kind of
Atlanta doesn't have any picks to give them, bro. Like, they
I
don't have
kind of
any
want to
picks to give
get
them.
into just the whole John Collins thing just for a quick second. Do you think he's regressed, or it's just like the team's whole landscape
They just
basically
don't even use
favor
him.
Murray?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I
believe
don't
they
even
use
know.
him.
They have a lot of people. They
It,
have a lot of people with the ball. You get two ball dominant guards, and I think he just kind of failed in the depth chart or the important. Like he's not an important piece of that team. I don't feel
He's a
like.
corner setter, bro.
it's
A little
such a
corner
weak
setter.
regression. It's so weird. It's like he used to be like a like I wouldn't say a top young player, but like a young player that intrigued players, people, right? You wanted John Collins in your team. You thought he was interesting, and now all of a sudden his role goes down, and dude just you know what I mean? Like people, they want to trade him. Teams are interested. What's a trade for John Collins look like? Like what do you trade for John Collins? You know what I mean? Like what's his value? I have no idea. So
But let's get back onto the Jazz. Now the Jazz is one of the most interesting teams because when they started off their year very hot, and people were very surprised, and we didn't know what Danny Ainge was up to. Like, was he just trying to build all these players up, all these players, trade value up, and then ship them off at the trade deadline? And I think that's a good idea, Max, because Laurie Markkanen's trade value has to be at an all-time high. His contract is not that big. He won't be that hard to move. Last night he just dropped 49. Like, I don't know, people just dropping 50 balls like left and right,
everybody.
like it's nothing. But
Oh, hey,
anyways,
Mark. Hey, I forgot to say his team. Marketing to Dallas. What about marketing
that
to
would be
Dallas?
crazy. That'd be crazy. But hopefully they use him better than
Christian Wood.
Porzingis. But they already have Christian
Uh,
Wood, who I feel like they're kind of similar players. But so I don't know. I think they should probably see what they can get for Jordan Clarkson, see what they can get for Colin Sexton, see what they can get for Laurie Markkinen,
Clarkson's value is low
see
key
what they can get
crazy.
for
Clarkson
yeah
would
they can
like he to a championship team. Clarkson would be worth a lot.
and see what they can get for Jared Vanderbilt, who's a very good defender and very good athletic player. And so I don't know the Jazz. I don't know what Danny Ainge is doing because they already had 20 wins right now. So like if you're trying to tank for Wembanyama, like you need to win. You need to lose a lot more games to be in that top four. But let's pivot from the Jazz. We can talk about maybe like the Knicks. What
The
should they
Knicks,
be
I
doing
think
at the
the
trade
Knicks,
deadline?
the Knicks and the Pacers are two interesting teams to me. They're both like sitting around that
Right.
same area. I think the Pacers, me personally, think the Pacers should be sellers, while I think the Knicks should be buyers. You asked about the Knicks. I think if you put that much money into Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, like how can you be a seller with that much money in the books? You know what I mean? Like it's like Minnesota. It's like Minnesota. I don't think can be sellers just because they have so much money and so many assets wrapped up into these things. Like New York has so much money wrapped up into these three players that unless they can unload them for, I don't know, pennies on the dollar, like they're stuck with these big contracts. So
But
Russ is,
do we move on to a different team? My stuff is malfunction.
yeah, we're on the Knicks.
No,
We talk about
we're on
the
the
Knicks.
Knicks
We talk
and
about the Knicks.
the Knicks and Pacers.
Pacers. Talk about like
But
the middle
so
of the East.
yeah, so you spoke on the Knicks, but I think the Pacers is an interesting team. I mean, right now they're competing a lot in the East. They're not really winning that many games, but I just think like I don't know, like even seeing like going far in the future, how far can you build around Tyrese Halliburton?
Nah,
Like
I think
he's
this
a, he
the star piece might be Benedict Mathurin. If Mathurin puts it together a little more, Benedict Mathurin could be the piece you build around, and Tyrese Halliburton is the sidekick.
I don't see like I just don't see the vision for the Pacers. Like you have Tyrese Halliburton, he's ascending to stardom. Maybe be like he's going to be an all-star this year. Very good distributor. I think he can grow on defense. He can grow scoring. So like how far? Like, I don't know. Like I don't know how high his ceiling can go.
The Pacers don't have the
Like
luxury to waste these. So, growing up watching the Pacers, being in the Indiana area, the Pacers do not have the time to watch stars grow up. You know, and because they all want to leave Indiana. No one wants to be in Indiana. You know what I mean? Like there's no stars. Like
very boring
Paul,
state.
yeah, exactly. Paul George was here for a while, and that's about, you know what I mean. Paul George was here, but eventually he kind of wants to get up and leave. He wants to go. He wanted to get traded to the Cavs, get traded to the Thunder. You know what I mean? Like he wanted to go. Like that's just how it is. Like no one wants to stay in Indiana. So if Tyrese wants to be here, if Benedict Mathurin wants to be here, if they have pieces who are like serviceable, but I'm seeing at the record right now, they're sitting seventh. They're 22-18. Like if they're competing for a playoff spot, if they're putting butts in seats, that's what Indiana wants. You know what I mean? Like they want to sell tickets. I don't think they want to lose because when they lose, their rebuild process is slow. Unless they hit on draft picks, it's a slow rebuild. No one wants to come there in free agency. So I think they have no choice but to build around Tyrese and Benedict Mathurin. You know what I mean? But with that being said, you're not going to do anything with the team you got right now. So I think if you could keep Tyrese and keep Benedict Mathurin, but you trade pieces like you trade a Buddy Hield for a young player or a pick. Trade Buddy Hield to New York for Quickly or Cam Reddish. You trade, like we were talking about, Miles Turner out to Sacramento. Just again, a young piece of a pick.
I think if they trade any of those players like Buddy Hill or Miles Turner, they have to trade them for picks because like getting getting Emmanuel Quickly is not gonna help you at all. Getting players like I feel like there's like
I think Cam Reddish could be interesting on that team. I think Cam Reddish could be a two.
Cam Reddish could be
That's
interesting.
what I'm saying. I think Cam Reddish could fill in that Buddy Hield.
How far is Cam Reddish potential? Like he doesn't play on the Knicks, and maybe Tom Thibodeau is
I don't know. I think
a terrible coach.
He's been so disrespected. He didn't play in Atlanta. He didn't play in New York. I don't know. I think he's a decent basketball player, but
I think Cam Reddish has a high ceiling.
I agree, and I'm not asking him to do anything but shoot. He's got to shoot the basketball, and he can do that.
But he has great, and he can defend, bro.
If
he can defend.
Like I mean, obviously we're saying if Cam Reddish turns into this whatever great player, but if Cam Reddish can just become into what Buddy Hield is, obviously it's a good trade because you get that.
I don't think
back.
He'll become a Buddy like an elite sniper at all, but he can definitely be 3-and-D. He can definitely be 3-and-D.
I think if you put Tyrese at the one and you put, you got Mathurin playing the. What you guys think of Isaiah Jackson, by the way? Isaiah Jackson.
No,
he played good last year. He was playing pretty good late last year. I haven't really seen much of his stuff this year, to be honest. But
don't they have that dude that came over from the Suns? I forgot. I'm forgetting.
Jalen Smith.
Yes, Jalen Smith. I think he has a very good young big with potential. I think he's better than Isaiah Jackson. Jalen Smith can stretch the floor. He's a very good rebounder and defender. So I think that's a player they should also keep over there.
They got interesting pieces, but it's a guard heavy draft. I feel like most of these top picks, besides Wemby, it's a guard heavy draft. So I'm thinking who they're going to pick up though. You know what I mean?
They can go get one of the Thompson twins. That would be very good.
But
go over there, get Osar, get Amin. That'd be very good for them. They need a wing. They need a very good, skilled defender, scorer wing. That's what they need in this upcoming draft.
I don't know. I think they got to look at potentially they can get a big in free agency. Because, I mean, name another big on their team, not named Jalen Smith or Isaiah Jackson.
Free agency.
I'm saying
who's coming there in free agency though?
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. You got to throw a bag at somebody. Well, Aiden was about to go there last year. Aiden wanted to go to Indiana.
Was about to go there.
So that's what I'm saying. If they throw a bag at somebody, they'll go there. But no one's if if the New York Knicks, if the Miami Heat, if the LA Clippers, and the Indiana Pacers are all offering the same money, every single person will pick another city besides Indiana to go to. You know what I mean? No one's going to Indianapolis.
Not
So
to
they got.
not to to cut y'all off or anything like that, but we are kind of heading off of the whole buyers and sellers type thing, and I just wanted to get into a quick little subtopic, you should say, since we're still talking about the NBA and moves that we believe need to be made. Please don't
Right.
start this. Okay. So are there any? I know y'all did talk about it a little bit, but I just wanted to, make it a make it a larger point. Do you think there's like any specific players that should be moved?
Okay, so earlier this week, I seen an interview with Eric Gordon, and he was like, the reporter asked him what improvement have you seen from the younger players or the team as a whole, and he was like, none. Like you could literally tell like Eric Gordon did not want to be on the Rockets. So I think he's 33 now. He's been having some down years because he hasn't been utilized ever since Harden has left.
I thought he was older
But
than
I think he can
33.
still.
I feel like he's been on the
No, he's
Rockets for
33.
like
Oh, I thought
33
he's
years
like
and
32,
so.
33.
Yeah, he's been on the Rockets for 6
That's what I'm
years.
saying. He's been there
But
forever.
yeah, so Eric Gordon, I feel like he can still add. He has some value. I think he can add to a contender with his shooting, with his shot creating ability, because he can still he can still score off the ball. So
Where you think he'd
Eric
go to?
Gordon,
Where you want him to go to?
top 3 definition. I got 4 actually. I got Suns, Grizzlies, Bucks, and Lakers. So obviously, me being a LeBron guy, I would love for him to come here.
Of course, you're
Not here, but come to the Lakers.
I like
Yeah,
the Bucks.
anyway.
Stop
The
saying
Bucks and
here,
Lakers
bro.
picks I like a
Stop
lot.
saying here.
The Bucks and Lakers picks I like a lot. The Suns, they have a lot
So
of
listen,
shooting.
I got an ideal trade. So we send them Kendrick Nunn because Kendrick Nunn literally no buckets. Kendrick 0.
So
He
why does
sucks,
Houston
bro.
want him? Why does Houston want him, man?
Teams will not
Kendrick
want
Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn at all.
Can y'all slow down? You gotta let me talk. You gotta let me talk. Kendrick Nunn is on an expiring contract,
Okay.
and then and Eric Gordon is making $20 million next year, so they can get off that contract.
Yes, space.
Now, and then Pat Bev also is on an expiring contract, $13 million and then $5 million, so they can both get off that Gordon contract with 2 expiring contracts, and they had to wait to pay them next season. You don't have to play Pat Bev, you don't have to play Kendrick Nunn, and the Lakers get Eric Gordon, another shooter for LeBron to pass the ball. So with the Lakers, I just think I don't know. We should trade Russ. I think Russ brings a lot of intensity. He brings a lot of speed because our offense is pretty slow when we have LeBron and AD in the half court. So I think Russell brings a lot of good intangibles to our team. So I think we should just hold on to him and let his contract play out.
For me, I believe that James Wiseman excuse my French, trade that nigga immediately. Trade him immediately. And I believe that you can get some not young ass. I believe you can get some assets and pieces for him since he is so young and he does have potential. But I think he's been hurt. He's been sent down to the G League. His defense has dropped off. He's just regressed as a whole basketball player. So I believe.
Jaden, give me 1 second. Jaden. So look, I was looking at the Warriors cash space yesterday. They have none. Who are they trading for?
How much
They have none.
is the contract? How much is the contract?
$1 million. I don't think
that's true.
Let me go.
I don't think that's true.
No, that's not true. But look, they don't have any cap space. I don't think if they trade James Wiseman, it doesn't open up anything.
So where do you want him to go?
And
Go ahead. Shit. I don't know. Fuck. I think. Shit. Fuck. I don't know. That nigga just needs to go. He just needs to go. I'll probably send him to the Jazz for Kelly Olynyk, something like that. I don't know. But he needs to go. They need winning pieces around Steph. Steph is still playing amazing. How old is Steph? 35?
No, Steph is
it's
33. He's
Why
not
not?
33.
34. He's 34.
Right, yeah. So he's getting up in age and he's still
Steph Curry is older than Derrick Rose.
That's crazy. That's crazy to even
Never
think
forget.
about that. That's
Never
crazy.
forget.
But I believe that the Warriors still can win now. And James Wiseman, he's just not adding anything to the
100%.
team. So yeah, just get some win now pieces for James Wiseman. And I believe they can get something back for him, even though the whole contract and cap space, all that type of stuff does factor into it. Yeah, James Wiseman is just
I
shitty.
mean, if anybody can do it, it's Bob Myers. Bob Myers is one of the best GMs in the league. So if anybody can do it, he can do it. I think the Warriors are going to be good. I think actually I've seen a lot of the growth and development from Moses Moody, Kuminga. They got DiVincenzo over there.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing a lot of while Steph has been out, I've been seeing a lot of growth and improvement from the younger players and the role players. But Max, you got anybody that you specifically want to see traded?
Oh, wait. Before Max goes, and Clay has been playing playing pretty well, even though his
Oh yeah,
efficiency.
Clay been going crazy,
No,
bro.
he hasn't been that. And Jordan Poole, even though his efficiency is terrible, and he's been
Bro,
turning over the
yeah.
ball crazy. But without Steph, well, he's been averaging like damn near 30 points. So I don't know. Like I said, the turnovers could be better. He could shoot way more efficiently. But yeah, the Warriors are looking good right now.
So Max, you got anybody like specific you want to go? You want to see traded?
Yeah, my fault.
New team?
Am I in? Am I in? Am I good? Am I good? Sorry.
Yeah, you good. You
Cut
good.
off
You
this.
straight.
All right. Just simple. Buddy buckets. Buddy Hield going to Lakers. Simple as that.
Oh, you good.
I see Kyle Kuzma going to Lakers. That's okay. I don't know.
We can get Buddy Hield some hardware. We can get Buddy Hield some hardware.
Stop saying we, bro. Please stop saying we.
I would rather have a straight up shooter than Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma's a scorer. I don't really need a scorer. I just need a shooter.
Yeah.
LeBron can score. Lonnie Walker can score. Anthony Davis can score. Lonnie Walker's been crazy. He's another nod for most improved player. He's been insane. Lonnie's been playing out of his mind. But no, I think just short and sweet. Buddy Hield, give him a. I mean, if you can get Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, I think that's an amazing trade. But if you could do Buddy Hield for whatever, just Buddy Hield for Russ straight up, and cool. But Buddy Hield for Russ in a couple seconds.
Those contract won't match. It has to be Miles Turner in there. It has to be because the contracts won't match. But
does Indiana have cap space?
They do, but they're not going to just take on that money.
That's what I'm saying. So you throw picks on top.
Yeah, I think they want to make it match though, so they don't have to lose anyone, even in the short term.
Gotcha.
So I got
right.
I got Bojan Bogdanovic, and so Detroit is tanking. Clearly, they're not playing K for the rest of the year. He got a little small injury. They just left him to die out there in Detroit. So they're obviously trying to get Wembanyama, whatever his name is, and so Bojan is making $19 million, but he's still a very good 3-point shooter, still a very good scorer. I can see him on the Lakers, of course, because I feel like Lakers we can get anybody, but Lakers, Warriors, he'd be good on the Warriors. It'd be hard for him to get over there. And the Bucks, I think the Bucks and Mavs are the two top trade destinations for Bojan Bogdanovic. For the Lakers, I got an ideal trade for him: Kendrick Nunn, Pat Bev, and second round pick. But those contract matches, he making $19 million a year, and then I feel like the Bucks can really use him. Their offense has been struggling for a while, and it seems like Drew Holiday has regressed a little bit. Chris Middleton is still coming back from his injury. Giannis just kind of he's having to dominate every single night, or they won't be any games. So I think adding Bojan Bogdanovic adding him or
again
to the Mavs.
I think Bogdanovic to the Lakers too. I think just the Lakers having a shooter. Again, I don't think the Lakers need a scorer. They just need a shooter. I think the Lakers should be the biggest buyers at the trade deadline, if not the Dallas Mavericks. But yeah, I think Bogdanovic.
You never know Rob Pelinka, because I just remember reports that he was saying they're going to just keep the team the same and let LeBron be in the greatest.
I agree. I think. Sorry. Did I say they will? I think they should. I don't know if they will. Yeah. The Lakers are the Lakers, so they can do whatever they want. All right. Jay.
All right. Do you guys think that the Suns should be panicking right now?
Bro, yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of people have been talking about it, but the Suns suck. Like,
the Suns really do suck, and as of right now, they are losing to the Heat, 96-82.
I don't like the Suns. 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 I don't like the Suns.
They made the finals. They made the finals in 2020, bro, and they had a championship window. And when they should have made a big move. They should have probably tried to trade it for KD. Do anything they could have tried to do with KD because, bro, they're not winning the championship.
But who would KD come here for? Who would KD go there for? Who would you trade?
Wait, are you still talking about KD?
Before
to Phoenix? KD to Phoenix?
Yeah, that was possible. It was a way, for DeAndre Ayton, but he signed the extension ended, and they weren't able to trade him to January 15th. So, but back to what I was saying though, the Suns are right now they're 2019. They're about to lose to the Heat. 8th in the West. Chris Paul, CP0. He's terrible.
Paul Millsap.
He's regressed. He's 13, 4, and 9, bro, on 42% from the field. DeAndre Ayton is not. He shouldn't have been the first overall pick. They whiffed on that.
I don't think they whiffed.
Yeah, Luka
that's
there.
something that they needed at the time. I don't think they whiffed.
that's something they needed at the time. But you get Luka and him and Book get you a
But that's
championship.
bro.
So
I can't
that's in
I can't say
hindsight,
they
of
whipped.
course.
Yeah, hindsight
That's
is
in
definitely
hindsight.
2020. I don't think they
Wait, what did
whiffed
you say?
though.
What did you say?
I think they didn't whiff on it, but 17-9, bro. He's staying stagnant. Like
You're
he's
saying
stagnant,
exactly.
bro. It's been games. It'll be a game he dropped 30 and 20. The next game he'll drop 12 points and 4 rebounds. He's like really inconsistent. He can't really defend that well, and so yeah. And then they have a tough schedule coming up. You got the Warriors. You got the Nets twice, who's been on a very hot streak. You got the Grizzlies and Celtics in the next 10. They might go 4-6 in that 10. They just lost to the Warriors by 25 points, bro. Like I don't know. The championship window closed. The Suns are cooked.
I think the Suns making the finals in what 2021.
Yeah.
They took advantage of a weak West. Like credit to them. They beat
Andrew West.
that's what I'm saying, a weak West, injured West. Sorry. They beat an injured Lakers team, followed by an injured Nuggets team, right? And they beat the Mavs in the championship and the Western Conference Finals.
No, they beat
Blazers. I don't even know. Like,
I don't remember.
It was just like so irrelevant because like the fact they made that a series is crazy. But no, I think I don't know. The Suns are not an interesting team to me. I don't like the Suns. They're like so annoying. Like the whole Zion thing when Zion dunked on him.
Arrogant.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know what they have to talk about at all. Like their team, they haven't won anything. It was like it goes back to the Western Conference semis when it was the Dallas and Phoenix series, right? When Devin Booker was like complaining about the foul calls, like Luka's flopping, Luka's doing this, that.
I'm not gonna lie, that series literally
like that's.
Bro, it might have ended the Suns.
It could have, especially that game 7 could have ended the Suns. To be honest, losing by 40 at home is insane.
What do you think they could do though? Because they should be buyers at the trade deadline as well. So,
but
I mean, what are you buying
though? What are you buying? Because I think they can for a trade for Jay Crowder. I think you can get some. But that's what I'm saying. Like
upgrade your team.
But you're not upgrading it to a championship team with that. I don't think. You know what I mean? Like if they want to win a championship, they need it. When
D Book was still healthy, they were playing very good basketball. They were like, at one point they were the 1 seed in the West. I know it was that one week where everybody was the 1 seed. But I feel like the Suns championship window is closed, but I feel like they still can build around D Book and they still can build around Aiden.
That's what I'm saying.
Those two players,
but like
Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson.
So if you trade Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, you're losing what makes you a good team. That's your depth and your scoring. You know what I mean? Like.
I said they should be buyers. They can get off Jay Crowder.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think those 4 pieces at this point right now, with how they're playing right now, I don't think a big 3 of D-Book, Aiden, and Mikal Bridges and Chris Paul is going to win you a championship. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, that's not better. I'll pick the Warriors over them. I'll pick a healthy Lakers team over them. Like, there's just so many more teams. Yes, Jaden, I'm sorry. Like, the Pelicans are better than them. I'll help you out. I'll help you out. The Pelicans are better. I'll pick Dallas over them. They already beat them.
Pelicans are way better.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're not getting out of the West with that team. So if you want to win a ring in Phoenix, you need to do what you did with Kevin Durant. I think if you get a player like Kevin Durant, right? And I don't think Kevin Durant is leaving Brooklyn anymore. I think he's stuck there. I think he likes what's happening. By the way, I just went to the Nets Bulls game. KD shooting that game was like beyond seamless. But KD might be an MVP just by that. Like just watching him play that game. Like KD was the Nets offense.
No, hearing people talk, I thought like Jason Tatum or like who else is like the forerunners in the MVP race?
Giannis, Jokic.
Yeah, Giannis. I thought it would be like
Luka.
I thought KD will of course get the recognition, but I've been hearing like a lot of people say that KD like MVP.
KD. So I went to the game, watched KD play. He dropped 42. I think he had 42 that game. Like. Literally, like, the shots he was making.
The Bulls beat them correctly?
Yeah.
Correct.
The Bulls beat them by whatever, not correctly. The Bulls beat them correct.
The Bulls have been playing well, actually, too.
Yeah, I mean, what? They just beat Philly?
Which is, that's kind of counterintuitive, though, bro, because they're not going anywhere. So this little run is like, you're going to be probably in the play-in. If you make the playoffs, you're getting bounced first round, and now you're not going to get a good draft.
Wait, I got a question. I got a question. Chill, man. Max, chill. I ain't saying shit this whole episode, man. Let me talk.
You already
Go
talked
ahead.
about your team.
All right,
You
cool.
talked about your trade a lot. Like, come on, man. Let me say my one thing.
All right, my bad. But I just
All right.
a quick question for y'all. If you were like a Bulls GM, who would you trade? Would you trade Vooch, DeMar, or Zach Lavine? I just want to know.
Sadly, I traded DeMar DeRozan. Right now, I
You
trade
trade
DeMar.
DeMar?
I think
Zach's
Zach Lavine
Zach's
has
younger.
the most trade value. Zach Lavine has the most trade value.
See, what am I going to trade Lavine for that will win me a championship with DeMar and Vucevic?
I would trade Vooch.
They're not trying to win a championship. I
Oh,
know.
but
If you were trying to make a run, you would
Vooch's
definitely try to trade Vooch. If you were trying to make
Vooch's
a run,
contract makes him Vooch's contract makes him untradeable. He's like what? Still got $30 million in the books?
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
No one wants
I don't
Vooch.
think
Vooch has been playing. Vooch has been playing good lately though. Yeah, his defense.
But he's like Rudy Gobert.
He has no
Like,
defense.
his contract, he could play as good as he wants unless he plays at a all-star, all NBA level. Like no one wants him for $30 million.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you can't get that much
like,
value.
You're not
I
gonna
don't
get
think the Bulls
Magic
front
Vooch
office-
at all. That's not
the Bulls front office is not delusional enough to think that if they make one move, 2 moves, 10 moves, that they're gonna be in the NBA championship.
10
contention,
moves,
bro. I think
10 moves they could. 10 moves is a lot of moves.
bro. Knowing the Bulls, 10 moves will make them even worse. So I just feel like they need to blow it up, like blow it up like we've never seen them. Get DeMar out of here, get the Lavine out of here,
See,
get everybody out of here.
I'm simply saying you trade DeMar for the simple fact that you're not going to trade a star. You're not going to trade Lavine for pieces that are going to win you a championship with DeMar. You have a better chance at trading DeMar for pieces to add with Lavine and then trying to sign a star in free agency to play with Lavine. That's it.
No, Max. I actually have.
Can I just finish up my quick thing about the
have-
Suns? Just one thing quick. It's about the Suns.
Go ahead.
I was just simply saying that if they trade for a Kevin Durant type player, that makes him a championship contender. If you trade for Kevin Durant, then I don't care who's on your bench. You obviously have to have some semi-decent players. But Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, they still would probably have Aiden, I think. I don't know. Would you put Aiden as part of that trade?
That's in the past, no doubt. That's in the past now, though.
I'm just saying, regardless. Aiden would be part of that trade, or he wouldn't. The Kevin Durant, Devin Booker dynamic duo, I think, could put you in playoff championship conversation. Anyways, continue what you're going to say with the Bulls.
So I actually have a trade for Zach Lavine. I have multiple trades for Zach Lavine because I think they need to get off him, bro. He's making $37 million this year, 40 in 2023.
Yeah, how many years he locked up for?
43 in 2024. I think 3 or 4 more.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 2022 right now. He's locked up until 2026. In 2026, he'll be making $49 million. So, which he is not warranted. They're 17 and 21. So, I think for Lakers, he's expressed his want to be in LA. He's from there. So we give them Westbrook, Max Christie.
Wait.
Please don't.
Wait.
Please don't give me. Please don't give me Russ. Please don't give me Russ. Please.
Stop,
bro.
Time out. I'm not mad at the trade. Who's Westbrook?
Okay, chill, bro. Russell Westbrook.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Don't disrespect Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook, Max Christie, and then a first-round pick for the 2027. Not both 27 and 29.
Yeah, no.
And then, so I think that's feasible.
You need more. You need more.
Russ is,
You need more trade value. You need more picks. I'm sorry. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so
being a LeBron fan, I would love for that to happen. I would love to see Lavine in there. But there are so many better packages you can get than that.
Okay, that's true, but so we give them 2027, 2029, and then we give them Westbrook and Max Christie. Throw a couple more young players in there that we have. Who's
I'm just saying. I get it. Who's a young player?
Well, how do you? I don't even see Zach Lavine fitting in with the Lakers. I don't see that. I don't see that.
I think Lavine.
I don't see that.
Lavine is a player. Lavine's a player who Lavine can shoot. Lavine can
Are you
flash.
stupid?
Lavine is I know how it is.
Lavine has to play off the ball with Bron. Lavine has to play off the ball.
That's easy.
Lavine is literally going to damn near have to be a spot. Damn near.
No.
Damn near.
Okay.
What do you mean no?
He can. LeBron would defer.
LeBron would not defer to Zach Lavine.
Yes, he will. He's a professional bucket.
Hold on.
Yes, he would.
LeBron would defer to Zach Lavine.
Some plays, yes, he would.
Down.
He can set him up real easily.
Jaedon. So LeBron.
Zach Lavine's a great cutter, bro.
Okay. So LeBron said this multiple times. LeBron will make the basketball play that needs to be made. Not the best play for him. Jordan will make the best play for him.
This is the greatest mind in NBA
Jordan will make the best play for him, right? He's going to put himself in the best position to score.
We're not doing Jordan.
I'm just saying. It's like a mentality thing. LeBron will put his basketball. He's going to make the best basketball move possible, and that's passing it to Lavine. It's passing it to Lavine. He made it work in Miami. Different LeBron, I get it, but
with who? Are you talking about
Was
D-Wade?
D-Wade a spot-up shooter?
Okay.
D-Wade was not a spot-up shooter, right? He could hit a three, but no one was saying, "Oh,
But the
D-Wade's a
thing
great
is,
shooter."
the
That worked.
Lakers.
They
I
won
mean,
2 rings.
The Heat had multiple shooters around D-Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron. So the Lakers don't have any
that's
shooters.
obvious.
The Lakers don't have literally any shooters at all.
Hey,
It's
Austin Reeves. That's two words.
pretty seamlessly. That's
Austin Reeves.
No.
That would be a beautiful fit
Reeves.
around LeBron James. Let's not like dive too deep into that. So I also have for the Mavericks. This is a better package, I believe. We give them Mavericks give them Spencer Dinwiddie, Davis Bertans, Jaden Hardy, Josh Green for Zach Lavine. How do y'all feel about that?
Say it again.
Jaden Hardy, Spencer Dinwiddie, Davis Bertans, Josh Green for Zach Lavine.
I ain't gonna lie, Jaden Hardy is
a
bucket.
A pick.
The Bulls want picks.
Jaden
The Bulls
Hardy-
want picks.
Jaden
The
Hardy-
Bulls want picks. I think the Bulls want to pick.
I wouldn't mind getting.
Okay, you can
bro.
throw some picks in there. You can throw some picks in there, but I feel like Jaden Hardy is a very intriguing
Very
young player.
intriguing.
He's gonna be a bucket, bro. Like I've watched him, bro. I watched him in the G League Ignite. I watched him in high school, AAU. He's a very intriguing player. He's 6'6", he can score. I think the defense is everything for him. But he's dropped 32 this year in the NBA. So that's one proposed here for Zach Lavine. In my last team, I have the Heat. Some type of deal set around Tyler Hero and a 2024 first round pick. And they had I was going to throw Kyle Lowry in there, but like, come on, bro, who wants Kyle Lowry? And he's making $30 million next year. So that's all I have though.
I think I know the Kings are on the train of Zach Lavine. That's been rumored for a while now. Again, like I said before, I think it'd be beyond interesting for a team like Sacramento to do it. I think
let's get more people that can play defense.
I'm just saying, like, if you I get you saying there's no defense played. If you put a team of De'Aaron Fox, Zach Lavine, and DeMontis Sabonis,
that's
on
an
the floor
offensive
together.
juggernaut, right?
Exactly. I'd be interested to see what they could do. They already score so many points. I'd just be interested to see what they could do. I get it. Their defense would not be that sound, but could they outscore their opponent? You know what I mean?
That would just be a
could
whole.
They literally score more points?
Offense versus
like
offense.
like Golden State back in the day. I mean, Draymond could play defense, Iguodala could play defense, but the point of those Warriors teams was to score more points than your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they just outscored you. True, but I'm just saying they weren't winning games on clamps. They were winning games on shooting the basketball.
Okay.
So if you could outshoot your opponent, you're going to win the game.
Okay.
So I think, like, again, I don't know what they'd give up. Probably Davion Mitchell. Maybe you throw Kevin Huerter into picks, but I think Sacramento would want Kevin Huerter.
Yeah, Kevin Huerter has been a great piece, a great asset for the Kings.
That's what I'm saying. If you put him a 6-man off the bench, but I don't know. I think Zach Lavine.
Getting Zach Lavine is cap suicide.
The one I heard. Okay, well, what about this? What if you trade Zach Lavine, Jaden, you being our closest thing to a Bulls fan we have here, Zach Lavine for R.J. Barrett on the Knicks?
Fuck no. Hell no. I do not want Mr. Rowan. I'm not gonna lie. The hell no.
Because that's I mean, again, though, I feel like that name is getting
Nobody
thrown
wants
a lot.
R.J. Barrett.
New York wants to obviously trade for a star for the past 3 million years, and they haven't got anybody. So maybe this year's the year. Yeah. So I don't know. I think Zach Lavine should get traded, but to be honest, I think if the trade's not right, the Bulls aren't going to force it.
Yeah, I believe
they haven't for another couple of years.
I believe Zach Lavine should get traded. I think he's hit his ceiling. This is what he is. I don't. Latif talking about him going to Lakers. Y'all both signed off on that. I don't think that's a fit. You brought up the Heat with D Wade.
You're insane.
Yeah, the Heat literally had shooters, snipers around them. The Lakers don't have that. I kind of liked where you were going.
He's a sniper himself, bro. We have.
Who's a sniper himself?
Zach Lavine is a sniper.
Anywho, I like the whole thing of Zach Lavine going to the Kings just because that would be just an offensive juggernaut. I believe they could just outscore anybody, even though the defense would be very much lacking. But
it's a fun team to watch.
Yeah, fun ass team.
No, we definitely talked about the trade deadline a lot.
So to move,
what we got next?
Move on. We're gonna hop into the NFL. Which NFL coaches should be on a hot seat? Me, I would say Ron Rivera. It was very embarrassing to go in front of the press to go in front of the press and not know
Nah, that
that
was
you
crazy.
could be eliminated from playoff contention. That is an embarrassment as a head coach, as the head honcho, as the HBC man. I feel like that's
What was it? What's
the head bitch in
HBC?
charge, man. I don't want to be sassy, but just to not know that,
That was
and
sassy,
then
bro.
I think
he wants to get fired. He wanted to get fired.
hell
He's
yeah,
like asking to get fired.
and then
Yeah.
just the terrible showing they had. Carson Wentz. I ain't gonna lie, bro. What are you doing, Carson Wentz? But this is about coaching.
That's what I'm saying.
No, listen,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Jaedon, I think the most damning thing was the QB carousel. Like they put out
Taylor Heineke.
Taylor
Taylor Heineke
Heineke
should have been
Carson
starting that
Wentz.
game. Taylor Heineke should have been starting that game.
He didn't play well, but he got
That's
a
fine.
couple wins down the
He
stretch.
played better than Carson
Heineke
Wentz.
is way better than
He's
Carson
gonna play better
Wentz.
than Sam Howell.
Yeah, Sam Howell's
that's-
starting.
So that's why I said. That's why I said last week for our New Year's resolutions. Like Carson Wentz needs to find a new job. I get we were talking about. Oh, the Colts always. The Colts try and find a new quarterback every year now. This has been like Carson Wentz's life. Like after getting injured on the Eagles, it's been where's Carson Wentz gonna go? He goes here. He goes like everyone wants to give the dude a shot, and he just hasn't paid off for anybody.
I believe he deserved. I believe he did deserve a shot because what he did with the
Yeah,
Eagles, like his second. What year was it?
2016.
It was his. Yeah, it was like his
2017.
second year. Like I don't, and then he got hurt, and then Nick Foles becomes a savior, all that stuff happened. I believe that he does deserve
I think
a shot.
it's beyond interesting to see that fall from grace where he was an MVP in that 2017 season.
Definitely
He was
MVP.
arguably the best quarterback in that league.
Not arguably
that
he
year.
was.
He was.
I believe he was before.
I think. I mean, you obviously still had Brady. You still had a good playing Aaron. Good.
Brady won
Aaron
MVP
Rodgers.
that year.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
2017?
So my coach in the hot seat is going to be Cliff Kingsbury,
That's
which
obvious.
is pretty clear. I mean,
He's out.
yeah,
He's out.
yeah,
He's out. He's
pretty
out.
clear.
He's out. He's out. He's out.
4-12. 4-12. And the Cardinals are the most penalized team in the entire National Football League. They only average 20 points per game, which was 21st in the league. And then I don't think Clyro Murray really likes him. He doesn't command the respect of his team. He's not a leader of men. He's supposed to be this offensive guru, and the Cardinals' offense was terrible this year.
They did have a lot of hiccups. They had Hollywood Brown got injured. D-Hop was out. Kyler's
Yeah, but
out.
when they both came back, they still.
I get you. They had a couple
So-
hiccups, but I agree. Kingsbury should be out.
Cliff Kingsbury has to take himself back to college. He
Kyler's
sucks.
MVP.
I got my public enemy number one. Hashtag say Derek Carr. I got Josh McDaniels.
He's not. He can't, bro. Listen, he should be on the hot seat, but he's not getting fired. You know why? Because
Why?
Let him explain. Chief, let him explain.
the Raiders pay him a lot of money, so they can't. They
The
want to
Bron-
save
did
him.
the,
That's
did
why.
the Broncos
Please
not
just
pay
explain.
Nathaniel Hackett a lot of money? Did the Broncos not pay Hackett a lot of money? And Hackett was
That's a different situation
how?
because the Raiders want to save money, and so they won't be firing him. I guarantee you.
Max,
you can bet on it.
That's fine.
You can bet.
Max,
You can put some
go
money
into
on it.
what you were saying
I'm
before
not firing
Latif started.
At the end of the day, it's not my choice if he's fired. I think he should be fired because when you look at that team, a lot of stuff happened, right? They didn't add crazy things on the defensive side of the ball, right? They didn't help out that bad secondary. They got Chandler Jones, who's been playing whatever, not well, but okay. They added big pieces on. They added Devontae Adams on offense. How is Devontae Adams going to make your football team worse? How does How does that make Derek Carr a worse quarterback? Hunter Renfrow got injured. Waller's been dealing with injuries. Josh Jacobs took a step up this year. Like, how is that going to be worse for you as a quarterback? Your O-line still sucks, and Josh Jacobs is able to take off. Like, as Derek Carr being a quarterback, I know we talked about this last episode, so I'm not going to stay on this. But, like, simply, their offense seems to have done nothing but elevate. So why is Derek Carr? How has Derek Carr gotten worse? I don't know. I'm going to call the play calling. I'm going to blame McDaniels and whatever he's doing. So whatever's going on in Oakland, or I keep saying Oakland. I miss the Oakland Raiders low key. I don't know what Vegas got going on, but whatever Vegas got going on, I guess keep doing it. But Latif, I get it. I don't know if McDaniels will get fired. I think he should because a lot of stuff happened that seemingly for the better, and he's the one thing that I don't know hasn't got much better.
Oh, I don't think a lot of people have talked about this. Lovie Smith has to go. He has to go.
He
I
got
don't even know.
dealt a bad hand. He got dealt a bad hand at the same time. Name me one person who could have brought that Texans team to 3-4 wins. I'm sorry. I get it. Like, it's just a tough situation.
Brian Daboll.
All right. So,
Dan Campbell.
not to cut y'all off. it is getting late, so I think we should just hop into our last final topic before we end this episode. So, looking at these topics, I believe this should be like one of our entertaining pieces. The Week 18 pick'ems. So I'm just gonna ask y'all about some games. Tell me who you guys think will win. So y'all ready to open
Hey,
it up?
no explanations. No explanations. Just say that. Say who you think's gonna win.
Okay. Lions and the Packers.
I got Packers. I think they're gonna get in the playoffs.
Unfortunately, I got the Packers as well.
Please tell
Jaedon.
me y'all can hear me.
Yeah, Jaedon, we can hear you.
Oh shit.
If his stuff is messing up, I can go. We can after we have the Chiefs and Raiders. Raiders have nothing to play for. We gotta go.
Chiefs.
We gotta go with the Chiefs. They want to lock up that number 1 seed
All
and
good. Yeah.
potentially get a home playoff game. And then Steelers Browns. I gotta go Steelers. I think.
Can y'all hear me?
Mike Tomlin makes it 6.
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, we still
Okay.
going though. We got Mike Tomlin. I think he makes it 16 years in a row with a winning season, and yeah. What you got, Max?
I'll go for the Cleveland Browns. I say Deshaun Watson gives Cleveland hope for absolutely no reason. Browns win.
Deshaun Watson
All right,
masterclass.
Ravens and Bengals. Who you got for Ravens and Bengals?
Bengals.
Bengals easy. Lamar Jackson still
Okay. Vikings and Bears.
out. I think the Bears are going to get the number 1 pick.
Nathan Peterman.
So,
Nathan Peterman
they're-
master class. Throws for.
That would be something
He's
crazy.
he's master class. He's gonna throw for. He's probably gonna go. I say he goes 6 for 23 with 4 picks. Vikings win by 30.
No, we should look out for this though because if the Vikings win, they can potentially. I think they're still in play for the number 1
They're
seed
not.
because
They're not. They're not.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because the Eagles can lose. The Eagles might lose.
Unless the Eagles, the Niners, and the Cowboys all lose.
Yep. Patriots and Bills.
Bills.
Jets and Dolphins.
I got the Dolphins winning this and potentially getting into the playoffs with this win.
Miami.
Bucks and Falcons.
I don't know that the Bucks have anything to play for,
ATL.
but I still have to go with the Bucks.
ATL.
What the? Okay.
The Bucks are gonna rest. The Bucks do not even have to play the football game.
They might rest.
The Bucks do not
They
even
might
play the
rest.
football game.
Panthers and Saints.
We got Panthers and Saints.
New Orleans.
I got Panthers. I got the Sam Darnold gonna have a very good game. The Saints have nothing to play for. They can potentially worsen the Eagles' first round pick, but I don't think they care that much about that. So I got the Panthers.
Redhead masterclass. Andy Dalton throws 4 touchdowns.
Okay. Texans and Colts.
Texans.
I got the Texans. I got the Texans win this game. I don't think they care about that much about the number 1 pick because I think Bryce Young will still be there if they get the second pick because yes, he will. You think the Bears are taking
The
him?
Bears are gonna. The Chicago Bears are gonna get the first pick and they're gonna trade it.
Alrighty.
We're trading it to whoever wants to pay.
That's possible.
We're trading it to whoever wants to pay.
Alrighty.
Hopefully, we trade it to the Las Vegas Raiders for Devontae Adams.
Yep. Cardinals and 49ers.
Miami.
49ers easy.
Max.
49.
No explanation needed.
49ers.
Cowboys and Cowboys for sure.
Cowboys and Commanders.
I don't think we have to speak on that.
Cowgirls.
Yeah, Commanders.
Cowgirls.
Sam Howell's going to get absolutely destroyed by that.
He
Cowboys
really is. Commanders are just an embarrassment, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I would feel bad to be a Commanders fan.
Dumpster fire.
I'm a Bears fan.
organization.
I'm a Bears fan. We've won 3 games this year.
But that's kind of
2
expected.
games
Like
this year.
we clear house.
That's what I'm
3.
saying. 3 games. 3 games this year. I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. I would much rather be in our position than the Commanders.
Where did I go? Oh, Rams and Seahawks.
Chargers, Broncos.
Who?
Yeah.
Rams and Seahawks.
Rams, Seahawks.
I think
Seattle.
Seahawks.
Seattle.
Seattle will get into the playoffs winning this game. I think.
No.
Or it'll be.
I think
They need something else to
they
happen.
need Green Bay to lose.
Yeah, which they won't be doing.
Giants resting their starters. Eagles by 1 million.
Are you sure they're resting their starters next?
Yes, that's been said.
Okay, I think.
I
I
thought.
have the Giants winning the game.
I think.
If they don't-
I think
if-
the line.
If they play,
Hold on, I think the line's 14. It came out. The line came out at minus 14.
if the Giants play their starters, I don't know. I haven't checked up on that, but if the Giants play their starters, I haven't beaten them because
Let me see. Yeah, the Eagles are favored.
They-
The Eagles are favored by 14.
Yeah, I mean the Giants don't have to play. They're locked into the playoffs.
I think
if they, let's say hypothetically they were to play their starters, I got the Giants winning.
All right,
Yeah,
Chargers and Broncos.
Chargers easy. Broncos season is over. Chargers, they just might as well.
Broncos country. Let's crash. Chargers.
All right, so it's been a great third episode. Even though I don't know what's been going on.
Hey, audio technical issues gonna happen. We're gonna fix it up. We got this.
A lot of technical.
I think we really worked through it a lot. We worked through it though, and kept. We didn't let it phase us. And kept going through the episode. Me and Max, props to me and Max.
Y'all did your thing. Clap it up for Latif and Max, man. All right, you're not gonna clap it up? All right. Anywho, a lot of technical difficulties on my end. I don't know what's going on. It's been happening this whole break for me. But when I get to college, the crazy thing is, my college Wi-Fi is better than my home Wi-Fi. So when I get back to college,
but Max going back to college tomorrow. We gotta have safe travels for Max. Going to Michigan State tomorrow. We all gonna be back in college soon.
Yep. Yeah. But like I was saying before, I was kind of interrupted by Latif. Thank you. But it was a great interruption. Prayers for Max. Hopefully safe travels and all that. But
also prayers for Hamlin. He's
back.
Being very
for sure.
For sure. It's looking like things will be very good for him in the future. Yeah. So
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy. But like, I'm happy. Stop.
What are you about to say? Don't say it. Don't say it, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm happy. Like he's living, because that was like, but that was crazy.
He's alive.
Yeah,
we're all
happy
he's alive. Yes.
Yeah,
but sure. Is there any possibility he plays football again?
I don't know. I think it might be like Shazier.
I've got all about
It's so sad. Like it's like the craziest thing I've probably ever seen in a sports game. I don't know. It's definitely up. You know what I mean? Like
Shazier was crazy. Paralyzed though.
But no, he can move. He's not.
Is he paralyzed?
I mean, I don't think.
No, he can walk.
That looks very scary.
He can walk.
I think he should.
He can walk.
He is.
Yes, Brian Shazier can walk.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Oh
listen,
man,
I think
okay, I'm tripping, but
some things are bigger than football, and I think
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Damar Hamlin will think of his family and his friends and all his loved ones, and how he see how the NFL has rallied around him, and I think he'll probably hang it up. You know, going to like reporting or something.
Also, prayers up to T. Higgins too. T. Higgins, like,
yeah, that must have been hard, man.
For me personally, like, I know if I was in his position, I would be like. Beyond myself, I would think it's all my fault. Like prayers of T. Higgins and just making sure, like, hopefully that gave him some peace of mind, know that Hamlin's doing okay.
So. Yep, for sure. So, like I was saying, these technical difficulties will leave. It's weird that my home Wi-Fi is not as good as the Wi-Fi in college, which is crazy to me, but that's just the reality of the situation. But yeah, when I get there, all these technical difficulties will be gone. Again, great episode. Just keep the support coming. Keep liking, keep reposting, all that good stuff. And this whole podcast will grow. And so I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It was a great episode, but we are out. It is very late. We decided to film late today due to certain circumstances. But
11:52.
Yeah. So it's just time to leave. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Appreciate you guys.
It's your host, Jay. My boys, Latif and Max. But we out.
Girl, what you doing?
Okay.